jury, then come back to make a decision. There has even been suggestion, Mr. Speaker, I think it was a senator for Homa Bay, who argued that why don't we invoke the provisions of Standing Order number 66.3, Mr. Speaker, that we hold the putting of a question. The unfortunate thing, Mr. Speaker, is that in your earlier communication, you made it clear that this is a bridge you must cross before we get to the case. So even if we invoke that standing order, then it will mean we rise today, we go home, then tomorrow when we meet at 9 a.m., we will begin from this very place. I want to propose something which, if you colleagues can agree to, then perhaps we can try that one. Why don't we, Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, because I also want to be persuaded further by my colleagues who hold a contrary view to what I believe, Mr. Speaker, because maybe due to the exigencies of time, they were not able to explain themselves properly, that we retreat, Mr. Speaker, as a House, reflect, that you defer the putting of the question for a further 1 hour. We retreat as a House, consult, listen to each other.
Order, honorable senators. That request has not been made to you, it has been made to me. So I will rule on it. Proceed. Proceed, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the decision of the application of 66.3, Mr. Speaker, is to the Speaker of the House. And that's why I am making this appeal to you eventually. If eventually, Mr. Speaker, members during that consulting session think otherwise, we will come back and report to you that either we are ready to vote or not ready to vote, and we'll take a decision and see what is good for the country and what is good for the county of Nyamira. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, with those many remarks, I beg to reply and make that particular request of Standing Order number 66.3 that they be applied for the next 1 hour for us to consult. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, honorable senators, if you look at the Gazette notice, we gazetted 2 days to hear and determine this matter. That is today and tomorrow. Now, today has been expended on this PO. It means, therefore, that in the event that this PO is overruled, we have to conclude this matter. We need to start the case today, go all the way to midnight, come back tomorrow at 9, push it all the way to even 4 a.m., 6 a.m. on Friday morning, because those are the only days that have been gazetted. And therefore, Senate Majority Leader, we have to determine this matter, this PO, today. We cannot determine this PO tomorrow. I will therefore accede to your request and defer the putting of the question for 1 hour. After 1 hour, we will reconvene and I'll put the question on this particular motion. We determine it. If it's upheld, then of course the proceedings terminate immediately. If it's overruled, then we start hearing the opening statements. After the opening statement, the County Assembly will be given 5 hours to put their case. So we will rise. In the event that is overruled, we will push it until midnight today. And tomorrow we'll have to take it beyond midnight because we need to conclude this tomorrow. If it means going all the way to 3 a.m., 4 a.m., or 6 a.m. So I will suspend. Yes, Senator. Yes, Senator Boni.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thanks for the chance. We are going in the same place we've been before. That when it is reaching the time for the critical decisions to be made, we start rushing because of, in the interest of time. Mr. Speaker, because you have acceded to that request, I request that you weigh the possibility of making further gazettement so that the people of Nyamira...
Senator Boni, you're
Yes.
anticipating debate because we don't know the outcome of this PO. And therefore, I cannot prepare for another gazette notice. Let us cross the bridge when you get there.
Thank you, Mr.
In
Speaker.
the event that you overrule this PO, then you can rise and put that proposal to the chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So, honorable senators, kindly arise. This session is suspended for 1 hour. We shall therefore come back here at exactly 7:30.
Never bend the truth, Mr. Speaker. I was listening to the legal counsel for the Assembly, where they made a case that 2/3 is defined as 2/3 of the members present. When I look at the law has never been bended to a point where it defines 2/3 as the members who are present. The law is quite clear. It talks about 2/3 of all the members of the Assembly. Mr. Speaker, I was listening, and this has to be the issue that we must determine. Because before, Mr. Speaker, in this very House, we determined what 2/3 means. And we all came up with a conclusion that 2/3 for a human being will be a whole number. So, Mr. Speaker, I've also listened to an argument made by the plaintiff or the county assembly that the Senate votes by proxy, and that could not be further from the truth. Mr. Speaker, the Senate does not vote by proxy. Neither do county assembly vote by proxy. If you read Article 123 of the Constitution, it is the only house which is defined that it votes by delegation. Even in this own decision that we are going to make here, we have got to decide based on delegation, 24 delegation. So when we keep on dilly-dallying on these matters, Mr. Speaker, we'll be making a joke or a mockery of this House. Mr. Speaker, there is nowhere in the Constitution of Kenya, or even the law which is now guiding this impeachment process, because I'm still of the view that Parliament has not yet acted on Article 181(2), on coming up with a legislation that defined the impeachment process. But if we say we limit ourselves to the issues of Section 33 of the County Governments Act, there is nowhere that says that as a member elected by the people of Narok County, I can delegate my vote to the people of Kericho to be able to vote on my behalf. It is absolutely not possible. We can dilly-dally, we can pussyfoot, but the fact is, when it comes to appeal, we have to put it into a legal test. And the question to ask is this: in Nyamira County, what is the number that defines 75% of all the members elected in Nyamira County? Mr. Speaker, I was very happy to hear my colleague talking about a constitutional, like a constitutional target. There's absolutely no way, a moving target. There's no way that we can say that 2/3 shall be defined as a moving target. It is something which is clearly set. One of the things that was a bit confusing to me, Mr. Speaker, is that in this own House, if you look at our standing orders, and I believe it is standing order number 7, that talks about the elections of the Speaker. It talks about a Speaker being elected by all senators. Now, the question to ask is, when